In today's video, we talk about what to do if you're bored with your workouts. What's going on, guys? This is Paul Ravella from ProPhysique.com, and first and foremost, I want to wish you and yours a happy Valentine's Day or a happy your single day, whatever it is you choose to celebrate. Yes, I know Valentine's Day is commercialized and it's nonsense, blah, 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 but whatever. It's just a reason to express some love and joy for gratitude for people in your life. I myself got a little treat today. I will be fitting these into my macros over the next probably 4 hours. I'd like to say 4 days, but I know myself pretty well. Snacks do not last long when I'm not in contest prep or fat loss mode, which I am not right now. Probably asking yourself, Paul, why aren't you wearing a tank top? You always wear tank tops. Well, I wanted to let everyone know, Core Nutritionals, yeah buddy, we're going to be at the Arnold. The Core Nutritionals booth. We'll be rocking, we will be selling tons of products, we will have great deals. But if you don't want to wait till then to get yourself some Core Fury, some Core ABC, some Core Pro, some Core Test, some Core Flex, whatever your needs, go to corenutritionals.com right now. Use my code, PaulR20, you get 20% off anything you purchased. That's simple. If you don't like Core Nutritionals products, then get out! Just kidding. But anyway, they're the products that I believe in, that I trust, and you're free to use whatever you want. Just figured I'd help you guys out, give you that code. And for those that know, the code gives me a kickback. What do I do with the kickback? I give it away to you guys. So last month I gave away $600 in Core Nutritionals vouchers, $6 $100 vouchers. So I'll be doing more of that in the future. So anybody that uses that code, it's just gonna lead to giveaways. Just saying. So right now, while you're watching this video, click the subscribe button, then go leave a comment. Like how I slipped that in. Subscribe, then comment. Comment and let me know if you're gonna be at the Arnold. Just say if you're gonna be at the Arnold, because if you are, and for those that are lurking and not commenting, today's your chance. Just say, going, gonna be there. Promise me you'll come by and say hi, because these arbitrary numbers that are subscribers and things like that, you know, the most exciting thing to me is when I go to an expo and I get to actually meet you and talk to you face to face. So please let me know if you're gonna be there. It gets me all excited. I mean, I know it's only like 3 weeks away. I've got some very exciting things happening. I've got a powerlifter competing, and I've got a bikini competitor competing, and I might have my friend Justin Main, the wrestler, competing in a WWE event. Fingers crossed that he gets into that. But I digress. If you're going to the Arnold, comment, subscribe, comment. I want to thank everyone that emailed at the email address right here, training@prophysique.com, and asked me for my free 4-week training program, completely for beginners. I wanted to specify that it's for beginners. I wanted to give back because I tend to work with more immediate, advanced type of clientele, but I want to start helping out the beginners. I want to start thinking about the people that were in a position like I was when I first started and how I can help them out. And so I've gotten over 200 people have accepted the program. I've already started to get feedback. And so what I'm going to do is probably in the next couple days, I'm going to shut down the program and I'm going to come out with version 2.0. Still for beginners, but I'm going to take all the feedback that I got and I'm going to adjust it, make it better, and then give it away again. So that over time, this just becomes an ongoing project. And I have some other nutrition products. I have some other things that are going to be coming out that I'm going to be, providing my clients first. But then I tend to give these things away because my goal right now is really to just continue to help anybody out that is looking to make a change. So look for some cool things in the future, hopefully the very near future. Let's get into today's topic. And it's a very interesting topic to me, and that is just basically the idea that our training programs need to evolve or change because we get bored with them. And this is something I was very prone to early on. I would do like a 6-week or a 12-week or whatever program, and when that program ended, I would be bored, or I would just find that I needed to do something else, or I would just stop training, or I would take a week off from the gym. And I find that mental stimulus that goes along with the training program, being excited about it, is very important. So I wanted to talk about that because I want to discuss the idea of what's the most important aspect of your training program. The most important aspect, in my opinion, is that you're just consistent, that you go all the time, that you keep up with it. And I know for some of us, when we've been in the kind of the same training platform or program for a while, we tend to get a little bit bored with it. And this is something I deal with clients. You know, I've had some clients that I've worked with for 3-4 years now, and so we're constantly evolving the training that they do. But the most important thing is that we pay attention to the goals that go along with that consistency. I want to tell you a story of a guy I met years ago. So a guy I met years ago, and I shook his hand, and he had the biggest forearms I had ever seen. Huge forearms. Wasn't a bodybuilder, wasn't a weightlifter, but he just had massive forearms. And I remember thinking to myself, what the heck does that guy do for forearms? He must just do wrist curls all day long. And it was my friend's father. And I remember thinking later on, I asked Herlin, my friend, I said, what does your dad do? Why is his forearm so freaking jacked? He looked like Popeye. And he's like, oh, he's a mechanic. And I thought, mechanic? So, you know, he's in there twisting and turning things with his hands all day, so he's just using these muscles all the day. So he had huge forearms, not because he was doing the perfect training program, not because he was tapering and deloading and, you know, overreaching, but because it was his job and his life. So he had been, you know, probably wrenching and turning things with his hands for 25, 30 years, and that's how he got great forearms. Not from worrying about what was consistent, but from worrying about what he was doing all day long. And so we are what we do all the time. We become what we do all the time. So with training, this is something I've kind of evolved in my own personal belief over the last few years. You know, for a while I was so focused on what is the perfect training program, what is optimal. You know, optimal is this unicorn that we never really reach. What's optimal, in my opinion, is whatever just keeps you going, whatever gets you excited for the gym. You know, it's great to have strength goals and it's great to have physique goals, but the most important goal is to stay consistent over time. If you see yourself looking a certain way, the only way to get there is going to be consistency and continuing to do things day in and day out. And I have to say, because I deal with this quite a bit, don't always be focused on dieting, losing body weight. You know, when we're focused on a training program that adds muscle, but we're also always in a fat loss mode, it can kind of set our progress back. You know, to add muscle for the most part, you're gonna need to eat in a maintenance or surplus over time and allow those adaptations to occur. So when I talk about the program that you're sick of right now, like what training program are you doing and you're just kind of like, you're going through the motions? Well, I think it's because over the last few weeks or months, you've just kind of gotten into this mode where you're just going all the time and you're not noticing these exciting changes like you might have noticed the first couple of weeks or the first couple of years that you trained. But in my opinion, that's when the most exciting changes happen, because the consistency that you're training with, that is going to lead to the longevity of those muscles sticking around. You know, the longer that you train, the easier it is to maintain that muscle that you've earned over long periods of time. And so if you need to change your training program, if you need to adjust it because you're bored, then do so. But make sure that you're just enjoying the gym, enjoying the process. You know, I don't care if it's CrossFit, I don't care if it's hot yoga, I don't care if it's bodybuilding, if it's powerlifting, if it's weightlifting. Whatever it is that gets you excited, as long as it's in line with your goals, then do it. For me, personally, my goals are just to continue to add muscle all over this frame. And I've done the powerlifting, I've done the bodybuilding, and I'm continuing to do like hybrid variations of that. I do believe in trying to progressively get stronger, do more reps, add more volume. But I do it in such a manner that just allows me to go to the gym every day and be excited about, if it's not being excited about that day, it's about being excited about the process. So what is the best way for you to stay excited? That's something I can't answer. That's something you're gonna have to look at yourself and go, you know what, the reason I'm not going to the gym right now is because I'm bored. maybe go on a website, maybe go on bodybuilding.com, maybe open up a magazine, maybe look up this 6-week glute trainer, this 5 weeks to a huge chest trainer. Don't knock it just because it's in a magazine or because something that sounds sensationalized. Try it out. Worst case scenario, you did something for 5 weeks and you look forward to it, and maybe you strike gold and it's something you enjoy. Worst case scenario, it's 5 weeks out of your 30 to 40 to 50 to 60 year lifting career. It's worth the effort to look into things like that that can kind of keep the spark going and the interest. So for today, guys, I just wanted to say, keep doing what you're doing. It's going to happen. It's going to make a change. I know from personal experience, looking back over my history of training and getting frustrated and finding other passions, the one thing that I'm very grateful for is that the passion that I've had for the gym, no matter how high or how much it waned, I always went. I always stuck with it. It's something that just builds over time, and it's not going to get better if you don't go to the gym. Even if you're maintaining and you're not making great strides, you're not losing. You're not going backwards. So let's look at that. Hopefully this wasn't too out there today. I know usually I like to give you guys specific advice, but I seem to get a lot of these questions, a lot of people asking me, is this the right program? Should I be doing this? Should I be doing that? The answer is yes, do all of it. Do something fun, do something you enjoy, push yourself hard, try something different, keep it going. And most importantly, have fun, keep going. Can't say that enough. That's just something that I really feel. Some days I have a plan to go to the gym, and I go into the gym and I say, fuck this. I'm leaving my gym bag in the car. I'm not bringing any of my equipment, and I'm just gonna go have a field day. I'm just gonna go do what feels good. Push whatever feels good. Maybe I'll try that machine in the corner that I've never used before. Actually, when I got hurt last year, I tweaked my back a little bit. It became really fun for me because I started looking around the gym at ways that I could train muscles without having to pick up dumbbells or load plates because I was nursing a sore back. And I actually had some real fun with that. And so I've gotten into some more intuitive training in that manner. Intuitive in the nature that I know what muscle group I want to train, and I know kind of what rep range if I want to go, higher intensity or lower intensity that day, but I'll change it up. I'll do things like a hammer strength versus a bench press for the day. I'll do things like an incline dumbbell versus an incline bench press, things like that. So hopefully you guys get something out of this. I hope you're having an awesome Valentine's Day. I better see you at the Arnold. Remember, subscribe, then comment below. Let me know when you're going to be at the Arnold, what days, and make sure we get to say hi to each other because I'm excited to meet all of you guys. All right, have an awesome Tuesday, and I'll talk to you tomorrow.